Hello everyone, welcome to our NTU Library first workshop. My name is Mei-Mei. I'm together with my colleague Ting-Pei, and we are subject librarian and today's speakers. Today's topic is the learning and research resources of NTU Library. NTU Library collects books and periodicals to meet the teaching, research, and learning needs of the faculty and students on campus. Any guesses on how many books and materials we have in our collection? Have no idea? Okay. Currently, the library holds approximately 4.4 million physical items. In addition to various multimedia and electronic resources, the total collection exceeds 8.7 million items. Therefore, knowing how to select and use appropriate resources for specific information is the key to successful study, learning, and research. In this talk, we will introduce type of documents, what they are, why you should use them, and how to efficiently find what you need. You'll also learn about the many different resources available to you. At first, it's essential to identify the type of documents you need. In the scientific and technical fields, various documents contain distinct kinds of information. Knowing their main features and usage is useful, as it allows you to choose the most appropriate ones for your work or study. For example, you can use textbooks or references books if you need background information. If you need current events and trends, then you can find newspapers or magazines. You can use journal articles, books, theses, and dissertation for in-depth analysis. Or a yearbook and annual monthly reports may contain statistical data that support research with empirical evidence. In the library, we use two main tools to find information. The library catalog is used to find books, DVDs, journals, theses, and dissertations. NTU Library uses a catalog called SLIN. The abbreviation SLIN means System for Library Information Management. So remember that SLIN is the name of our system. Another tool is database. Databases constitute the library's online resources. They often include abstracts and indexes the contents of academic journals from various publishers, as well as other types of publications like standards, reports, conference papers, and patents. And why are databases so helpful for your research? Databases provide advanced search techniques and filters. This allows you to narrow down your results and find the most relevant information quickly. Typically, items you find in a database come with clear author, publication, and citation information, so you can be confident in the quality of the sources you use. However, the full text isn't always available directly. In terms of search materials, databases are great tools for conducting your literature searches comprehensively and systematically. NTU Library subscribes to over 600 of them and give you access to many critical subject-specific databases. Before we dive into specific database, let's cover a crucial point about access. Most of our e-resources are accessible within the campus network. However, for off-campus access, you will need to use a VPN. Are you familiar with VPN? Or have anyone have set up the university VPN before? No? Oh, okay, some of you, okay. So if you haven't, you can find the instructions for setting up the VPN on our library website. Every student needs to apply for VPN privilege first and then set up VPN. VPN services are provided by NTU Computer and Information Networking Center. We call it 集中 in Chinese. So if you run into any technical issues during setup, please reach out to 集中 for help. Today's lecture will focus on print materials or single resources. If you are interested in learning how to search for multimedia resources such as movies, music, or audiobooks, here's a more detailed tutorial video on our YouTube channel. Next, I will introduce how to find different types of library resources. There are several points I'd like to make. Let's begin by learning how to search for books and ebooks. There are many types of books, as printed books, textbooks, references books, and ebooks. Books have various levels of information and in-depth analysis of specific topics. You can seek a particular argument and definition for research support in them. Besides, they have full annotations and bibliography providing further information for the readers. How to search for books in the NTU library? The most efficient way is to search them through our library catalog, Select. And you can click on the tab of Catalog and type what you are looking for in the search bar. A title, author, or ISBN will work perfectly. And then search. These search results integrate physical items and electronic resources, which means these resources might be on the bookshelf, available online, or both. After clicking on the title of the search result, the book's detail or the access approach will be displayed. Now we will enter the bibliography information page of this book to guide us in getting or reserving it. Let's check the information below this page. If it says available and there's a code number afterward, it's a physical item we hold in the library. You will need to know the shelf location and code number and look for the book in the library. If you want to check out this book, you need to look at the status and loan policy to see whether the book is available for borrowing. Let's move on to the ebook. If the item is available online, you can scroll down to View Online. Click the link to access it. You'll be guided to the full text link of this ebook. For example, the hyperlink to this ebook is connected to Elsevier Science Direct's platform. So now we look at the beginning of how to search for books. I would like to expand on searching for books through Sling smartly. If you want to find resources under specific condition, what can you do? Let's continue with the previous example to explain this. We use Sling and click on Catalog. Select title in the search field and search for artificial intelligence. When you search in Sling, you may receive a large number of results. To narrow down, use the filters found on the left-hand side of the page. There are various options available. You can refine your search by resource type, which includes options like books or videos. Library is also a category within the filters, indicating the location of the library's collection, such as main library, law library, or other branch libraries. To find books on artificial intelligence published in recent years and located in the main library, you can limit the result to books published during specific years by modifying the year field and then select main library. Click on the Apply Filters button to narrow down the result. The list will update to show only the items matching your criteria. This also concludes the guidance on using Sling to search for books and ebooks. And by the way, we offer a comprehensive Sling tutorial, which is available for online reading and viewing. Next, I would like to focus on how to use databases to search for ebooks. To use databases, please go to the library website, click the third tab, Databases. If you already know a specific database, type in the database title in the search bar and then search. If you want to browse all accessible databases through the NTU library, click the database link below. On the library databases page, under the category of content type, select eBook databases. Here is a list of links to the eBooks databases. Usually, many publishers may have their own platforms which are very intuitive and easy to use. Next, I will introduce these three eBook databases. I will provide a brief overview of their content coverage and guide you on how to access and download the full text. The first one is Cambridge Companion. Cambridge Companion are a series of authoritative guides written by leading experts. It offers lively, accessible introduction to major writers, artists, philosophers, topics, and periods across various fields such as literature, music, philosophy, religion, and culture. It hosts the online version of the printing series and includes over 600 titles, over 4,000 essays, as well as bibliography and further reading. To use ebook, enter your search term, but you may also find books the library doesn't purchase, or you can click on publication. Then select books to view all ebooks that NTU library can access. When searching the entire database, you can also refine to only show content I have access to. This option will restrict the search result to show you only content you have access to, including free and open access content or belonging to our library. User can search in the book. If you want to download the full text, make sure you have access right and go to the content page. The book is available for download in two formats, a PDF of the entire book or individual chapters. If you only want specific chapters, just select chapters you are interested in, and once you are ready, click the download button. The process is very simple. Let's turn to the next database, Wiley Online Library Online Books. It offers a broad and deep multidisciplinary collection of online resources. It covers a wide range of subjects, including life, health, physical science, social science, and the humanities. This database provides access to a vast number of online books, and the references were from Wiley. You can access online books marked with full access, indicating NTU library users have the rights to read and download them. After visiting the bibliography page, you will have the option to download the full book in PDF format or select individual chapters from the table of content for download. Okay, so now we are moved on to the next databases, IEEE Explorer. IEEE Explorer is a full-text database of journal, conference paper, and standard in the fields of electrical engineering, electronics, computer science, and the related area. Let's look at how to use the IEEE Explorer ebooks. So after searching, you can filter the content that the library has on subscribe to, which will show a green unlock icon next to it. Then in a single book, you can select PDF file of this book by chapters, or just click the download PDF button to get the full book. However, a maximum of 10 PDFs can be downloaded at a time. After introducing how to search for books and use ebooks, let's summarize the key strategy you can use. You can start by using our link to search for the title and author names of the books, then quickly narrow down your results using filters. For specialized or more precise topic searching, browse directly within individual ebook databases. Don't forget to use the platform's built-in search tools that can help you a lot. Please be aware that your access to ebook depends on the library's current subscription. Every database has its own regulation for downloading and printing. All right, let's move on to a really important resource, academic journals. A huge part of your research will involve using what are called scholarly articles. Research written articles to share their latest findings with their peers. Typically, articles in academic journals undergo a peer review process before publication. This is a critical step that guarantees the quality and credibility of the work. Journal articles may be quite lengthy and provide original information or new research findings. As research materials, these journals share ideas, findings, and bibliographic references that point to other related research, helping readers stay currently on development in that field or discipline. Therefore, choosing the right journal for your research is important. Currently, libraries subscribe over 5,400 journals in print formats, as well as access to nearly 20,000 electronic and open access journals. So I will show you how to find the right journal based on a few common scenarios, whether you already have a title in mind or are just starting to explore a topic. If you already know about a journal and want to see if our library carries it, it's straightforward. Just use the search function through the Sling system. I will introduce the basic search and journal search. And to learn more about the techniques in searching journals and accessing the full text, here are some further readings for you. For basic search, just type the journal name or ISSN in the search bar. If the search results have too many and are hard to identify, as we mentioned earlier, you can use filters to refine on the left-hand side of the page. You can click on research type and then select journals. Next, you can use the journal search function. Click on Select and then select journal search at the top. Type the journal name. If the journal title is incomplete, the system will automatically show the suggested list for a user to choose from. When you find the journals you need, the results may show both the electronic version or printed version of the journal. So how do you access it? If it is an electronic version, while checking the bibliography, there may be more than one resource. So you have to know the period range of the journal coverage. As the figure shows, these two sources to access this journal. If you are supposed to find the article published in 2000, then you should click on the second link. In some cases, you may see a note that says most recent 1 year or 4 years not available. This is known as an embargo period. So this indicates that access to the full text of the article is delayed by 1 year. For example, even if a journal published its October 2025 issue, the newest issue you can access will be from October 2024. If the journal is a print edition, it may be located on the third floor of the main library. However, print journals are divided into current issue or back issue. The specific locations are detailed in the note section. As the figure shows, current issues are in the third floor current periodicals area, while the back issues are in the third floor bound periodical area. Besides, the current issue will be listed in the catalog, like this. Okay, now for more advanced scenarios that I'm sure many of you have faced. You have your search topic, but you have no idea where to start looking for journals. So where do we begin? I'm going to introduce two effective methods. The first method is to use advanced search. Advanced search makes your search result more precise by setting up the fields and conditions. You can type in the keywords of the topic, select title and contents, the keywords in the search field, and limit the material type to journals. This method can help you explore journals that contain the keywords you need in their titles. If the result is too much, you can change another filter to the query, such as contains exact phrases in the title. then you can get a more accurate and precise result. Another method that's used the discovery system to search for keywords of the topic you want to know. The key differences between the catalog and the discovery lies in the range of resources they cover. Discovery system offers broader access to information, allowing you to find not just books and journals, but also individual book chapters and journal articles, and even open access or freely available resources. For example, if you want to find a journal discussing ChatGPT in the field of business management or economics, then we can use ChatGPT as the keyword. Then use the filters we mentioned earlier and refine search result by journal title. Because the journal title basic values are populated from relevant articles, you can find out which journals the topic appears in more often. In our example, the journal that published the most related article is Careers, but it's a general medical journal. If you are interested in ChatGPT in the business management or economics fields, perhaps you can see that the Wall Street Journal contains many articles about ChatGPT. Now is another situation. What if you want to know about high quality journals on a specific subject? How do you determine the quality of a journal? The widely used measure of journal quality is the Journal Impact Factor, JIF. How many of you have heard of JIF before? Okay, some of you. Okay. It's calculated based on citation data from the Web of Science databases. In general, the higher the impact factor, the more important and prestigious the journal within its particular field. JIF released annually on the Journal Citation Reports. However, it's important to note that not all journals have a JIF. Only journals indexed in Web of Science Citation Index Expanded, SCIE, Social Science Citation Extended, SSCI, Arts and Humanities Citation Index, ANHCI, and Emerging Source Citation Index, ESCI, are assigned an impact factor. If you want to know more about Web of Science and JCR, we have another first workshop section. So you can access the JCR through our link, and then you can go to use JCR to check the JIF of a journal. So once in JCR, you can find a specific journal's impact factor by journal name or ISSN, or check a journal's ranking with its subject category. JCR organized journals into 255 subject categories to help you see how a journal compares to its peers. Those categories are organized by groups to help you find what you need more quickly. For example, let's check the category of multidisciplinary. So this category includes 136 journals. You can sort the list by JIF to rank them. As you can see, the number one journal on this list is Nature Reviews Method Primers. That summarizes what we'll talk about. To find a specific journal, use the basic search for a quick search, or use the journal search tool to go direct to it. To explore a related topic, use advanced search with keywords and filters to get more precise results. Or use the discovery to see broadly across many databases. To identify high-quality journals, use the JCR databases to check a journal's impact factor and ranking. Alright, that's everything I wanted to cover from my part. For the next part, I'm going to pass the microphone to my partner, Ting-Pei. She will be introducing how to find theses and dissertations.
In the next section, we will discuss Theses and dissertations. Theses and dissertations are valuable resources for research and important means of sharing knowledge. Theses or dissertations are long research papers written by students who want to finish a master's or doctoral degree. I will use the word thesis to mean both theses and dissertations. Most theses are kept in the university library where the student graduated and also in the National Central Library. As research materials, they can show new ideas and trends in a field. Sometimes they are the only study about a new topic. Because they are long, theses can give deeper and more complete information than a journal article. They often include updated literature reviews and long lists of key references in the field. However, theses are student works and are not reviewed by experts. Always check with your professor before using or citing them in your research. Theses from different regions or countries can be found in many online databases and digital archives, as shown on this slide. In this talk, we will focus on theses databases in Taiwan, the US, and Canada, and around the world. If you want to learn more, you are welcome to watch this online teaching video that focuses on how to access theses from different regions. The first one, of course, is how to find NTU thesis. To search for NTU thesis, you can use the NTU Thesis and Dissertations repository known as TDR. You can find the link on the library homepage under Search and Find, and then look for TDR in the e-resources section. NTU TDR has bibliographic records starting from 1964. So far, it offers free full-text access to more than 10,000 theses. You may browse with options including communities and collections, author, title, or search with keywords on TDR. For theses authorized without compensation, the full text could be downloaded on TDR. You can click the title link and click the View button at the end of the web page. However, if you can't get the full text on the TDR system, you may try other databases such as RT Library. If the author didn't allow full text access, you can read the print copy in the NTU library. Next, if you want to search for theses in Taiwan, you can use the National Digital Library of Theses and Dissertations in Taiwan, known as NDLTD in Taiwan. It is a database created by the National Central Library, and the system provides both Chinese and English abstracts from 1956 to the present and over 80,000 full-text theses. You can search by title, author, advisor, keyword, abstract, or all fields. As the search result page shows, some theses with the full text hyperlink provide free full text. You can use your email to register for a free account to download the full text. Next, we will talk about another database, the RT Library. It collects theses from more than 60 universities in Taiwan since 2003 and provides a higher proportion of full text. Besides, RT Library also collects academic journal articles, magazines, and conference papers from Taiwan. It is an important database for collecting research articles from Taiwan. We can browse by discipline or school. Also, you can browse theses of a specific department such as the Department of Chinese Literature. If the authors authorize access to their full text files, then those theses will be tagged with an icon of download, allow you to get the full text PDF file. Users can download the full text on the NTU campus. If you are not in the NTU campus network, please remember to set up VPN before accessing. How can you find theses from the US, Canada, or other countries? You can use PQDT, which stands for Progress Dissertation and Thesis. It is the largest database of master's theses and doctoral dissertations. PQDT includes about 5 million records, mainly from the US and Canada, with some from other countries as well. This database provides abstracts and index only, not full text, except for open access papers. For most titles published after 1997, you can only view a 24 pages preview. On the search result page, click the Abstract Details button. You may only preview 24 pages of these theses on the PQDT database. If PQDT doesn't provide the full text, you can download it from the other database, Digital Dissertation Consortium, known as DDC. DDC contains more than 310,000 full text files. Notice that in the full text options, there is a link to DDC. The web page will show whether they have the full text. If you want to get theses worldwide, you can use Open Access Theses and Dissertations, known as OATD. OATD aims to be the best possible resource for finding open access graduate theses and dissertations published around the world. It covers from the 1990s to the present. In the OATD system, you can find links to the full text. Thesis links may take you to the university's repository where you can download the full text for free. Let's summarize what we have talked about. If you want to browse theses of NTU, please use NTU TDR. If you want to browse theses in Taiwan, please use NDLTD in Taiwan. If you want to get the full text as more as possible, you can use LT Library. If you are not in the NTU campus network, please remember to set up VPN before accessing. If you want to get theses worldwide, please use PQDT or OATD. The next kind of material we will talk about is newspapers. Newspapers usually come out daily or weekly. They contain news, opinions, features, photos, and advertisements. They cover national, international, and local stories. For research, they are the best source for the latest daily events and local details. They also serve as valuable primary sources of history, offering a look at the attitudes and the culture of the time. If you want to search for a specific newspaper, you can use the library catalog to search newspapers. It is suggested to use advanced search. To begin an advanced search, click the button on the right-hand side of the search bar. Advanced search allows you to set up a filter by material type. You can limit your keyword to the newspaper. You can get the exact newspaper, such as the Washington Post. Click on the title to see more information. According to the date of coverage, 4 tests for the years since 2003 are available. You can access it online through the database. By the way, if you want to search events or topics not limited to specific newspapers, you can use EBSCO host newspaper source. NTU Library offers several newspaper databases. To search, use keywords, author names, or titles. You can easily narrow your results by setting a date range or selecting a specific newspaper. Keep in mind that some digital newspapers may only provide the article text, not the original layout or images. Newspaper Source provides full text from hundreds of U.S. and international newspapers. Plus, it includes TV and radio news transcripts from many major networks like CBS News, CNN, Fox News, and more. Some newspapers in this database only contain indexing and abstracts without full text. News articles in EBSCO host are just plain text. Some, like the New York Times, only give you a summary, but others, like USA Today, CNN Breaking News, and the Washington Post, are with full text. The ABI Info also provide news material. The search results from ABI Info only contain the text of news articles, as the picture shows. The Wall Street Journal is a top U.S. financial paper. NTU Library has the electronic version, mainly through databases like ProQuest. For more details on how to search the collection days, the regional editions, please check out our blog post. The Times Digital Archives is the online version of the Times. It is a highly respected collection covering every page of every issue from 1785 to 1985. This historical archive lets researchers search and view this famous newspaper in its original format. The entire paper is digitized, with all articles, advertisements, and photos divided into categories for easy searching. As we said, the Time Digital Archives is the online version of the original print paper. Users can search by keyword through the complete digital edition to retrieve full paper or specific article images. For example, I found an article about 1980 influenza. The New York Times is a daily newspaper based in New York City. Founded in 1851, it is published by the New York Times Company and has long been seen as a national newspaper of record. It covers a wide range of topics, including international, national, business, and New York region news, plus science, arts, sports, and lifestyle. Please register for a personal account before you begin. Remember to use your NTU email address and set your own password. Once your registration is complete, you can log in the New York Times. Please notice that paid services such as home delivery, games, cooking, wire cutter, and the athletic are not available. Do you know how to search for the elements in the journal articles and the content of e-resources? In this part, I would like to introduce how to search image resources in academic articles. Also, I will focus on the search strategies and techniques to help you find helpful research elements of the academic resources. Have you ever noticed the manuscripts, archives, or key graphs in academic papers? These resources offer more detail and support the article's content. They are essentially the research data or historical records. Why are they important? They help your reader compare and analyze data more efficiently. Next, let's talk about how to search for image resources. We can use tests to find images by matching keywords in the image description field, which is called the caption. I will now introduce databases that allow you to search keywords directly in the caption field. Our first database is JSTOR, which stores past journal issues. You can find full text journals here on topics like art history, humanities, and science. These documents contain a lot of rich picture information. To find images, go to the advanced search function. Then limit your search field to caption and use a keyword like Gutenberg to start your search. As you see, you can find a picture with the keyword Gutenberg in the caption. Next, I want to introduce another database, ProQuest. There are lots of databases on this platform, such as ABI Info Collection and PQDT. The method of searching or pictures in the literature on the ProQuest platform requires advanced searching. First, please click Advanced Search at the top of the platform, and then we will enter the advanced search area, and then select the command line function. In the command line search section, select the caption field. Then fill in the keywords such as Tesla motor in the query box. And you can find the text and pictures including Tesla. Here are online resources of self-learning to help you use NTU Library better. The first resource is the NTU Library Reference Service blog. We use this blog to teach readers about various topics in a quick academic way. Our goal is to solve readers' problems and help them with their research. If you run into difficulties, the blog provides plenty of instructions and resource guides on databases, search skills, and on. Next is our YouTube channel, NTU Library Can Help. We called 台大图书馆 Help 频道 in Chinese. We have uploaded many teaching videos to this channel. Today's video will also be uploaded to this channel, and welcome to subscribe to our channel. Overall, there is an FAQ page on the library website. The NTU Library collects many common questions there to give you quick answers on topics like loan policy, Sling database, and VPN, etc. For precise searching, we add tags and related questions to each entry. You can also use the search bar at the top with keywords or browse important issues under Hot and New. If you have any further questions about the learning and research resources of NTU Library, welcome to visit the service counter on the first floor of the main library for assistance, or feel free to email us. If you are interested in learning more about other useful databases, you are welcome to register for the library's first workshop. Don't miss out what's happening at the library. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Line, and YouTube for news, updates, and fun events announcements. Thank you for your participation today. Please scan the QR code and give us your feedback. If you have any further questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you very much.